One of the biggest challenges I had when I first started to trade was trying not to take more than 2 or 3 trades at the same time. Now, I know as a new trader, you want to be taking every single opportunity that gets thrown at you. Even if it's not an opportunity, just looking at the chart, if there's a green candle or a red candle, you want to get into puts or calls. But that was one of the biggest mistakes that I used to make because I used to leave a ton of profits on the table. So today I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did to change that and how I get the most out of each trade that I take. Now, when I first got into the trading world, I started with penny stocks, and you had to do a ton of research before jumping into any of the trades, or even before the market opened. You had to have certain scanners that would scan for certain stocks. There was like a whole list of things that you had to do. Now, I used to have 3 to 5 stocks on my watch list, and they used to be new stocks every single day. Depending on the news, depending on the catalyst, right? The focus used to be on that little basket of stocks. Now, the problem I had was I saw one stock going, I would go after it. I saw another stock going, I would close that trade and sometimes even leave it open and jump into the second one. Now, the problem with that is if one stock starts to fail as the other one is going in your favor, mentally it gets very challenging to make the best decision for the winning trade. Because my whole mindset about the market was any opportunity you get, you jump on it. You take that opportunity, and when you're a little profitable, you jump out, you go after the next one and the next one and the next one. By the time it was 10 o'clock, I was already in 6, 7 trades. But when I would look at the profits and compare, I took 6 trades, I should be up crazy amount. But the reality was some were hit, some were miss, meaning I wasn't really actually that profitable on either side. Some trades would work out, some wouldn't, so I would kind of be either break even or red. I never really saw crazy amount of profits going after multiple different setups. Now, I completely understand what a new trader goes through because I was once in that stage as well. You're looking at these stocks going crazy and you're like, you know what, I don't want to miss out on this. If I miss out on this, there's going to be nothing left for me. But trust me when I tell you, I've been in the market since 2014. There's always opportunities there. The only thing that might not be there is you and your account because you're chasing so many setups. Now, one of the reasons why this is a very big disadvantage is because every single stock has its own levels. It has its own way that it moves, pretty much a completely different personality. So if you go from one stock to a different stock just because it's moving, you're gonna be jumping in without a plan. You might not have levels for it. If you're trading options or futures, you might not know what strike to go with for that particular stock. So each time you're switching between one trade to another, you're pretty much resetting yourself, and you might be getting in at the top or bottom depending on which direction the setup is going. And if you get caught, the trade you were already in, which was working out, now you're going to give that profit which you exited back because you jumped into a separate trade which you had no levels or no plan of taking. Now, around that time, we didn't really have any major journaling app like you guys have now, such as TradeZella. We had to pretty much write everything or use an Excel sheet. And a lot of times when I would go over my trades, the pattern I saw that a trade that I was already in was working fine, right? I might be up 5%, 10%. So when I would journal my trades, what I saw was the trades that were the winning trades, most of them, I was already green on them. And when I went back and looked at the chart for that particular day where I took the exit, they actually continued, right? So basically, if I hadn't closed that trade out and jumped into the next one, I would have actually had a very good return day that day. Now, because I was jumping into the next trade, I make $100 on the first trade, second trade, chase, FOMO, whatever you want to call it, it pulls back. I give from that $100, I give maybe $30 or $40 back. Go to the next trade, same exact, right? That pattern kept showing up again and again and again. So what I started to do is I started to limit myself into taking only one trade. And on that one stock that I would be in, I would focus on every single pattern that that stock might present to me, such as if the buyers are strong, where the sellers are stacked, right? How much volume is coming in, what the price is doing. And as the stock moves higher and higher, what does the price and volume reflect on the chart for me to get that confidence that, all right, this is the stock I can keep holding. Simply doing this, my win rate and the win to loss ratio completely changed because the trade that's been working out, I was jumping out 10%. Now that 10% went to 20, 25%, and I had smaller and less losses because I wasn't jumping from one trade to another trade right after. And as I repeated this pattern again and again and again, and I realized that every winning trade had certain criterias behind it, such as volume being a certain level, stock moving above moving averages or breaking out a pre-market high, right? Every criteria it had, every single time that it repeated that criteria, that would be a signal to me to stay in that trade, forget about everything else. And that brought each trade went from 10% return on average to 25 to 30. Keep in mind, I was a complete beginner at that time. This is the first 2 to 3 years of my trading. And yes, I do believe the first 2 to 3 years, you're still considered a beginner because you're still learning a lot about the market and yourself. Now, this made me realize that my edge was milking as much profit out of a single trade rather than going after 2, 3, 4 trades back to back within 10 minutes. Now, if you're a scalper, that's completely fine if that's your strategy and that's something that's working for you. But I am somebody who likes to hold my trades as they're continuing in my favor. I don't like to jump from one trade to another trade to third trade. I think that's very exhausting. So fast forward 12 years. Now, here is exactly what I do when I go into the market. First of all, I assess to see if there's any divergence in the market. So if there's too much divergence happening going into the open, the first thing I avoid doing is opening drive, because opening drives during divergence don't work very well. So I usually wait for something called a reverse opening drive, which within the first 5 minutes happens where the stock looks very good for the upside. Right at the open, it kind of pulls back. We hold a pre-market level and then it comes back to retest that, and I take that trade over an opening drive. So the difference between these two is opening drive, right at the open, you jump into calls or puts, stock continues in that direction. The current market hasn't really been working. The reverse opening drive has been working out very, very well. Today is Friday and we took this exact setup on PLTR. So if you go to May 29th and you look at PLTR's chart for the 5 minute at the open, pulled back, came back and retested that pre-market high, and then it just kind of took off. And that's called a reverse opening drive. Now, following that, what I do is if there's an economic event at 9:45, what I do is after that trade, I wait until that economic event passes and then I look at the next setup. Now, one of the hottest stock or index that most people trade right now is going to be SPY and SPX. I try to avoid taking this the first 15 minutes because those are 0DT, they carry a lot of risk. If I'm wrong, the loss can be anywhere between 20 to 30% within minutes. So what I usually like to do is focus on individual names, and my watch list usually does not change. I focus on the same stocks, maybe 2 to 3 stocks change. At the end of the weekend, it might have news, catalyst, or some other reason that makes me switch into or watch those particular stocks for that week. But besides that, it's usually the same names: Microsoft, Nvidia, Meta, and so on. So once I have a cushion from these other stocks going into 10 a.m., that's where I focus on SPX. Right, so I have timing for each one of the stocks that are on my watch list. I watch everything from 9:30 to 10:15. If SPX and SPY's price action looks clean, then I focus on that after 10 a.m. But if they look choppy, if they look in range, I would much rather go after individual names that have few days till expiration so I don't lose a whole lot. Now, when I'm in any one of these trades, I like to keep my focus on that one single stock that I'm in and milk as much profit as possible. On an average, my net return on some of these trades is between 50 to 80%. This is an average. There are trades that I've taken that have 160 plus 200 plus return, but that's net, right? Which means because I scale out, I take some profits off the table. That is the net return after scaling out at different price points. If I had held most of these trades from the start till the end of where just increasing my stop loss, I would most probably average anywhere between 250 to 300%. But the problem is market doesn't have continuation. Recently with US-Iran issue going on, it's very tough to kind of keep a winning trade for a very long period of time because of the volatility that the market has. So being able to focus on a single name, be it helps you focus on the order flow, the chart, the volume, the trade management to understand where you should be taking some profits off, where you should be increasing the stop loss. Now, if you're in 3 names at the same time, it's going to be very difficult for you to pay attention to what's happening in the buying, in the selling side, what is happening in the DOM, what is happening on all 3 of them at the same time. And trust me, it's not easy to read order flow. So if you're trying to do that across 3 names, you're already setting yourself up for failure because you're not going to be able to manage those trades properly. The best way to have the best return is you focus on a single name in day trading and you milk as much profit as possible. Once you're out of that trade, once you're happy with the return, give yourself a few seconds to reset and then jump back in. Look at the charts, look at what's setting up and go after those setups then. Now, I send a free watch list to every single person who signed up the last couple of weeks. And this particular week, we had Microsoft as one of the top setups. And as of right now, once the market's closed, you guys can see Microsoft filled majority of that gap. If you took that 0DT, those premiums went 400% today from the open until that high of the day. So if you guys want to sign up, I'll post a link for that watch list below. So sign up, and every Sunday I will send you guys a webinar with my watch list and the levels that I'm watching. See you guys in the next video.